Alright. Got a male pony in progress.
Twilight, Mail's here.
Male, huh? Oh, Derpy! Oh no! She's taking! She's taking! Oh my god! What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I thought it. Oh. I really like how they got the restaurant setting here. Okay. Alright. Oh, yes! Yes! Oh, Moon Dancer! Yes! Yay!
I'm coming. Don't you know I'm unstoppable? Don't even try, cause you will fall. I got a strength deep in my soul that gives me courage and control. I'm going on the limit break. The universe is mine to take. I have no fear, I think it's clear. Let's kick it up into high gear. Oh, this is Dragon Ball Super. We've got the skills to blow Zeno away.
Alright, what you saw right there was actually like my initial reaction on seeing like one of the two best things in this episode right here. Oh my god, yes! Derpy and Moon Dancer. We saw the restaurant from season 6, that was nice. And of course, we got meme faces. But anyways, when it comes to the episode in general, which is My Little Pony, did my usual greetings, but yeah, greetings guys. My Little Pony, Frederick's Magic, Season 9, Episode 5, The Point of No Return. Brace yourselves, because after this, we got 20 more episodes left. And let's see, hopefully they don't let us down. Let's hope not. Anyways, Episode 5. So basically the point of this episode is that there was some old stuff that, you know, pretty much that was given away, extra stuff after she moved away from Ponyville. And she notices that, like, I like the, because Spike was expecting some kind of, like, Ogres and Oubliettes, like, figure, or, like, new things, I guess, to add into the game, like, to some certain degrees or whatever for the board. And then, of course, we see, there was a joke, oh, the joke I like, too. The G1, what was it, Star Swirl? Yeah, the G1 Star Swirl. That one right there, holy shit. Wow, okay. That actually, I really would have liked, though, if they would have made, like, the Star Swirl, like, G1, though. That would have been really cool, though. I'm not gonna lie about that. I'm really not. So, that would have been really neat to fill in, to actually make the joke a little bit more better, but it was still kind of funny. And then, of course, we have something that's pretty much a book that she sees. And apparently, it's a book that she's never returned back from the library. And she realizes that, oh shit, this was an old library book that I've had from an old librarian, or the library used to go to the old librarian. And it's like, oh, I remember this. Like, I had this, like, awesome record, too, that the perfect book bringer, backer, whatever the fuck it was, I forget what it was called. And basically, you know, we had, you know, her, you know, the librarian who was there. And what happens is that, well, after she never returned it back for so long, she actually lost her job. She lost her job because of that, and Twilight feels completely guilty for what has happened. Because at first, she went back to the library, she explained to them, like, oh my god, it's Princess Twilight, the one that has the perfect record of not forgetting to return books not on time. Then all of a sudden, she explains it, and she's like, oh, you have to go to, like, this dungeon, then you have to go to this other pony that runs this dungeon, to see how much you really owe and everything and whatnot. And then she finds out she's at lunch where they said the restaurant setting from season 6. That was cool as hell. Then of course we saw Moon Dancer there. That was really cool, joining in for a little lunch on. And then we actually got to meet her, the one that runs that particular fees, the dungeon with all the fees and whatnot. So we got to meet her, and obviously we found out that, you know, she lived in this other apartment. They went there, obviously. This dude was kind of being a douchebag. They say, like, oh, hey, she's left her mail behind here that she hasn't, like, pretty much picked up in a while. Like, yo, just change your address. Why is this shit gotta be, like, in my domain? Just saying. So there was that going on. And then finally they went to the one place where it's basically around the areas that they went to, and finally it's this like retirement, like pretty much paradise for like old people, I guess. Oh, we saw Grandparent too. I just realized Grandparent was there. And I think there was another cameo, which I kind of forget though. Like it's, oh, I saw a little bit of Fancy Pants as an Easter egg. I did see that way back at the beginning though. I forgot to mention that. So there was that like at the very beginning. So that was kind of cool. But getting back on topic though. So finally, after all this searching, all this frustration of finding her, and the storyline, I called it, I predicted it. 900 point something IQ right here. Bitch, I guessed it.
You was right.
I was right. I was right on the money. Right on the money.
You smart. You very smart.
Damn straight. So, got that on the money. The way this episode ended, I was actually completely right on that, though. So, it turns out, after all this research and all... Because the way that she actually is going on these different, like, activities she does in her spare time, she doesn't look like she's sad and depressed. She looked like she's fucking having, like, a ball. And she was waiting for this day to come. Well, the coincidence was that basically... At the very end, she turns out that... Oh, I like the whole paintball scenario, too. When it comes to the whole paintballs, except using paintballs, using fruit. That was actually pretty clever there, too. And also senior citizens. That's something right there, okay. And then after that, that's pretty much where the episode wraps up and ends up right there. Where we find out that pretty much the reason why she left it was because that particular book, or whatever, she was waiting for that opportunity to actually finally progress her new career instead of just being stuck up in the library all the time. She wanted to pursue her own goals, you know, before the end of time, obviously, because she's old, and she wanted to live her life of retirement. So she was actually waiting for somebody like Twilight to come along to make a mistake that's so, like, not like her at all. That way, even if she lost her job, she was able to be happy as a retirement regardless. So that right there, that lesson alone, I pretty much predict, except for the book and the way the book was called, like perfection, whatever it is. Especially like for that, when it actually says that, oh, wait a minute. So that book alone. Oh, I also like the clever way they actually remade that whole scene of season 1, make it like a big deal. How like one of the books like she actually threw on the ground, like to the side, like in the little underdrawer or whatever. That's actually what the episode is based on. I'm like, wow, like what a fucking plot twist. That is something I kind of didn't see coming right there. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think they were gonna make a whole episode dedicated to that though. Boy, did I miss out on that. So then pretty much it teaches you a valuable lesson, seeing that look, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay if you're not perfect, because it actually builds up your character and it builds you up to become a better person. So the lesson at heart, especially the way this whole scenario was going down, it actually reminds me of me in a way. It reminds me of a way how, like, I'm not really so perfect. Like, there are going to be some flaws in me where I think I'm going to fuck up so much that I have to make things right. Like, I'm that kind of person that I'm not going to feel 100% satisfied. Like, especially like Twilight. How she wasn't 100% satisfied with the fact that she wanted to make amends. She wanted to make things right because she wanted to get this guilt off her shoulders. That's exactly how I feel most of the time. It's like, I'll go to the extra miles. Like, I don't give a shit because that's the kind of person I am. I don't like to pretty much have this big, gigantic guilt taken over me. Like, I really want to do something to make amends, to actually do something to pretty much say that, look, you know, I fucked up. I'm sorry. I want to make it up to you the best way possible is to complete certain so to pretty much, you know, seal the deal so that way I can live a more better peaceful life without worrying about that. That also reminds me of me when it comes to friends. Some things I may fuck up on, certain things here and there. I'm not perfect myself, you know, sometimes I may say things that I think that and I do over exaggerate like Twilight does, and I will admit thinking that, oh my god, like something's gonna go horribly wrong, like stuff like that, you know. I kind of represent her in that way, where I have to make things right, otherwise, like, I will feel like an asshole for the rest of my life. Or, like, I want to make sure things are good so my mind can be in a clearer place. That's exactly how I am, scarier enough, to be honest. And especially now, over the years, since I've, you know, been working for a living, I've been learning, like, pretty much, I've been getting a lot more better on the internet compared to what I was, like, years and years ago. How, like, for me, the internet was completely different, and the way that I remember, and the way I used to be, it's like, damn, wow, I really did this shit? Like, wow. It turns out how much better I improved after not being so perfect and thinking that I was so perfect, but goddamn was I wrong. Shit. But, yeah, so, in a way, it does have a really good lesson to heart. A really great lesson, mind you. So, while the story, my only gripe about the episode, honestly, is the story being predictable, me guessing it right, obviously. So, yeah, really, that's pretty much all I gotta say, really, when it comes to the episode. I really enjoyed it. I really didn't think I was gonna enjoy this episode as much as I thought I was. Same thing with last episode. I didn't think I was gonna enjoy it as much as I did, but holy shit, I enjoyed it a lot. But, yeah, judging from, of course, the mixed bag premiere, episode 3 was great. I mean, a lot of people thought it was like the worst episode. Me, I thought it was pretty damn great. I enjoyed it. In my personal opinion, I think it was great. But that's just my opinion. I think it was good. And especially great because of the ending I didn't expect. Even though some people may call bullshit on it. I mean, yeah, I could kind of see in a way how it's like basically what was the whole point of the tree being destroyed, blah, blah, blah. When it's closed, it's going to be a tree house regardless. But there was a way to that because obviously it was more like a... The way they did it was actually, like, I like the way they explained it because it was basically, like, they finally realized that what's really important. This is pretty much the best way to do it, to bring back all those great memories of the Elements of Harmony, is one big giant tree. So, like, it's just basically, like, the third episode of Season 5 2.0. That's pretty much the way I've seen it. It's like 2.0 of, like, that episode. I forget what the episode was called, mind you, but I know what the episode was about, whatnot, same thing, and vice versa with Twilight's place. Yeah, so I'm thinking of like those vibes all over again, but that's just me. So there you go. Overall, I give this one a great 4.5. I mean, I'm sure I was gonna give it maybe like a 4 out of 5, just like a solid episode. But no, I really enjoyed it as much as I thought I did. The jokes, the cameos, and we got the Solve Derby Moon Dancer, callback to season 6 at the restaurant, a little bit of Easter eggs here and there. So yeah, I enjoyed this. I thought I enjoyed this episode as much as I thought I was going to. I didn't think so, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, it's something that's content that's all overdue library book, and it worked. They made it work. They really did. So the only problem, again, only negative thing I have to say about the episode is that story was pretty damn predictable. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I called it the entire time. I knew that was gonna happen. Not the lesson, mind you. That was something, okay, I didn't expect that. But the story progression as a whole, yeah, it was kind of predictable from Jump Street how it was going to go down. That was my only complaint. Other than that, it's a great episode. Really enjoyed it. Definitely a 4.5 out of 5. Not close to perfect, but I guess that's the whole point of the episode. It's not really perfect, but it's close enough to where we think it's great enough as it is. So there we go. That's it. So that's the review of episode 5. I will see you guys next week for episode 6 of MLP season 9. Wow, the end of days is really coming. We're already on episode 6. Already on episode 6. Damn, already on the 6th episode, guys. Oh boy, we're muscling it through. We're muscling it through. Alright, so give me your overall thoughts, like I said, and I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget, rate, comment, subscribe, click that bell, join the squad, boys. Follow social media plugins, gamer tags, and yeah, that's it. So, peace, soul, love, chicken grease, and the sky's the limit. And manga fans, keep supporting Richard Reader what you watch, and bronies, bro who, brony on. See you guys for episode 6 of season 9.